All right, so let me tell you the biggest mistakes I see filmmakers make over and over again and why their projects stall out before they even start. Now, my name is Ron Newcomb. I'm with the Concept Compass, and I've been doing filmmaking for the last 25 years in the indie space. So I just wanted to give you, after speaking to hundreds of filmmakers, just of my top list of mistakes that I see people making. Now, I'm sure this is not going to be easy to hear, but I do hope it's received in the spirit which is given. My desire is to call these out so that we can get better at these. So, the first thing is only providing a top sheet of your budget. People know about top sheets. And so then, if you're asking for money on top of it, you're actually creating liability. You need a legit budget breakdown, not a napkin estimate with a trust me smile. It has to be a real estimate. Number two is inflated budgets. People quote insane budget prices, and generally don't have a full budget to even back it up. P.S. You can't do a budget without a schedule. So to tell me you have a budget and no schedule, that just can't be done. You need to know how many days that you're shooting, who needs to be where, etc. Look, you're not a Marvel film, so stop quoting those crazy investor, make them laugh prices behind closed doors, please. Number three is a 30-page plus pitch deck. Your pitch deck is way too long. Worse, half of them look like they were made back in 2013 with a short PowerPoint half professional version, and then they send it over like it's done. If it's not perfect, flawless, ready to rock and roll, then please get a professional to do your pitch deck and keep it brief, usually under 12 slides, the way I look at it. Don't throw around terms you don't understand. I know we all think that sounds smart, just it's throws a flag. I was speaking to somebody the other day. They were trying to use industry terms, and I didn't even know what they were saying. It completely lost me. They brought up three things that I was supposed to kind of understand, and they kind of gave me the you know what I mean look, and I didn't know what they meant. So it totally took me out of the pitch. This is a hard one. Falling in love with a dead idea. So not every idea deserves to live. That drive, never quit spirit that I know we're all known for, I respect it. Everybody has to have tenacity in order to get a film made. But sometimes what you need is to quit an idea and focus on a better one and just move on. Number six, people have a challenge in the film space getting feedback. Yes, I know it's art and it's subjective, but feedback is oxygen. If you shut it out, your film suffocates. Don't do that. Number seven, confusing sales agents with distributors and not knowing exactly what that is, or even having a plan for distribution. You kind of know, you kind of throw out some terms, but they don't understand a global market now. And that is a challenge. You also don't know when people say, I'm going to do the festival circuit. That was like an 80s term that it hasn't been updated. It's now 2025. And we need to understand what a film festival run actually means and what festivals you should be attending and why that matters. If you can't explain the difference between a sales agent and a distributor, ask, find out. A distributor is generally America, many times including Canada, American rights, and it includes all rights which we all associate with theatrical. Then everybody else is an international sales agent. A lot of agents call themselves distributors when they're really operating as sales agents. The big thing about a sales agent you should ask is what markets do they go to? Number eight, anti-formula equals anti-success. Look, we all love Tarantino and Rodriguez, but don't be so artsy that you can't look at formula. Formula isn't a bad thing. It is the way we take in stories. It's the way we're wired. It's the way we were taught since we were born. It is just a way to understand story, and then you can break the rules. It's kind of like a white belt knowing all the way up through a black belt, and then a black belt being able to break the rules. But you don't break the rules at a white belt level. And again, I'm not calling anybody a white belt. I'm just saying that formula and things like tropes, even if you don't understand what a rom-com trope is and you don't put the things in there that the audience expects, I'm telling you, it's going to be a letdown. I've seen way too many indies do this where they don't follow this formula or trope measure. They want to be different. They think they know best. And so they do it, and then they don't understand, or they blame Hollywood for the film just not catching fire. Um, Number 9 is the next big thing syndrome. That is, you're talking about your current film, but you really, really want to do your next big film because we've all been taught that. Shelve your big, $100 million project and focus on one you can do now, which I totally appreciate. But your passion's in your other project, and there's no passion in this one. You're just trying to use this for an ends to the means. Number 10, no star, no hook. Now, this is an interesting one because I totally agree and believe that the A-listers uh, relying on them is definitely shifting. But you still need to have something sellable in the film, a star, an IP, a genre hook, something, cool visual effects. That has to be spectacle. It's a visual medium. You can't just pitch fog and vibes. You got to have something substantial and meaningful within the film. Number 11 is weak pitches. I have people that when I ask, tell me your story, tell me your pitch, they cannot do it in a succinct way. They have a weak log line. They don't know what the pitch is. So then, therefore, that leaves with a weak chance. And you could see it on their faces. And I feel bad for people when they know they didn't hit the mark like they know that they should. And again, I'm not trying to give pressure to people. I'm just trying to emphasize, be prepared. Number 12 is legal docs made in MS Word. And and I'm serious. I definitely have seen that. Look, there's things too that we can all try to save money on. I know I do a lot. But don't let your paperwork be a joke. Protect yourself. Get legal counsel. Stop winging it. Yes, I think, templates can be a great service to us, but don't let that be where it ends. Number 13, doing everything or just the fun stuff. That is, you don't bring on any partners. You try to do it completely solo, and then you wipe out and you burn out. Or it's the other extreme where you only want to do the cool stuff and I'm going to star in it. I don't really want to write it. I'm just going to pitch you my idea. You go write it and I'll star in it and then I'll direct it. You know, um, don't be the bottleneck, right? We got to have great leadership in films. Number 14 is having a desperate behavior. Trying to show that you'll do anything might be a bit too much. Everyone can smell desperation. We all know it. It doesn't inspire, it actually repels. So don't do that. Number 15 is the me principle. Stop thinking about what you want. The moment you get in the room, I totally get it when people are ready to pitch and you get in the room to actually pitch, which is such a rarity and a privilege. And you've already, to some measure, won. Still, don't make it about you. I know that's what you feel like. It's about your film. It's not. It's about them. Start thinking about the value you bring to others, the investors, the actor, the producer. That's how you can build real relationships, partnerships, and get people to buy into your project. So, look, I'm not saying don't chase the dream. I'm saying chase the dream. I'm just saying chase it smarter. The industry is tough, particularly right now. But if you learn the business side, you can become truly dangerous in a good way. Now, I want you to get back to work, get your audience growing, and join us over at our Indie Coach School community, where we come together, we share resources, we share training and knowledge. And I do hope you find us over at school under the Indie Coach. Thanks for watching.